spent racks on my baby. She keeps saying that I'm crazy.
The iconic duo of Gunna and Young Thug has unfortunately come to an end. Yesterday actually confirmed that it is true, as Young Thug put up on his Twitter, "Gunna, stop acting like we are friends on the internet. I don't know you, my guy." Within a minute, it was deleted, and fans were speculating that maybe Young Thug got hacked. Although the Shade Room obviously posted that quote on their page, and then Gunna's brother was actually in the comments, and he responded saying, "Trust and believe the feeling is mutual, P." So I think that pretty much confirms that the duo has come to an end. There was a lot of talk as well, of course, within the last few months and last year, whether Thug actually rocks with Gunna. I think he confused a lot of people, especially when he was coming out of jail, by saying that, yeah, is it okay if I can actually work with Gunna? But maybe that actually relates to just legal sort of things, because, you know, Gunna is actually still signed under YSL. They're both pretty much in an awkward position, because in my opinion, Gunna's pretty much been waving the white flag for YSL, and pretty much Atlanta, he's had all the odds kind of stacked against him, and he's pretty much delivered with all the projects he's dropped so far. And put it this way, when you got all the odds stacked against you and you drop an album like this, A Gift and a Curse, that's when I really personally knew that Gunna was different, and no one's really, not to say no one's on his level, but bro don't really need anyone in the industry. He had Lil Durk, he had the ATL Avengers all on him, dissing him. Durk's not even from ATL, ignore that. But he had Durk, he had Future. Of course, Young Thug dropped Business is Business on the same day as... Was it the same day, or was planning to drop on the same day as Gunna? So yeah, a lot of things were not in his favour, and he still managed to give us in my opinion, a fantastic project, and probably will age into a classic, which was A Gift and a Curse. A Gift and a Curse was a flawless album. He dropped that album in the same year that Travis Scott dropped Utopia, and still ended up with the biggest track of the year, which was F You Mean. So for me personally, I don't really feel like Gunna actually needs anyone in his corner. I just think it leaves everyone in an awkward position, especially considering he's still under the label. Like, I don't really know how Gunna maneuvers now that Young Thug's officially kind of confirmed it online. Is he still going to be dropping songs under the label YSL, or will he have to move? He did mention on Rodeo DR, which was a track on A Gift and a Curse, he was saying that they was talking about I'm signed to Atlantic, but it's not that. And Gunna was kind of still preaching and screaming out that he is still YSL throughout the Gift and a Curse album. But with Young Thug's recent comments, I don't really know how this plays out. Yes, it's very awkward times, you know. Like, Gunna obviously lost his producer as well, Wheezy. He lost Taurus as well, who Gunna kind of put on, and he also switched sides as well. But I'm kind of trying to look deeper within the situation, like not to be too nerdy and gimmicky, but I'm trying to look in between what really went wrong, because I'm not understanding it. Because everyone pretty much involved in the YSL case took the plea deal, so I'm not too sure why everybody has an issue with Gunna, and that's kind of been the thing that shocked me, to be honest. Like, I know a lot of people always just look at the main news and kind of go off that, but I'm a person that looks deep into things, and I was thinking, like, why is everyone so obsessed with Gunna? I know Young Thug's own blood brother took the same plea deal, but why was everyone so obsessed with Gunna taking a plea deal in the first place? He's literally on YSL. If he comes out, he's the one that's going to be making all the cheddar and bringing it back home. So it's a bit confusing to me. I don't know, like, I know that Gunna comes from like a Crip family, and he's not originally like a part of YSL. He was brought in by Young Thug, and of course became familiar and involved with whatever they got going on, and he also got caught up in the case that Young Thug obviously was involved in as well. But as soon as like everything went wrong, everyone in YSL and Atlanta involved in all of this turned their back on Gunna. And it seems to me like when things like that happen, you ever come across people in real life that kind of wait for you to slip up, and then when you do slip up, like they just keep going in and that's their reason to, you know, just be hating and talking badly about you. And I feel like a little bit of that kind of plays in part. I don't know if it's a bit of envy. I don't know if I can't say Young Thug's being envy, like, bro, he's from the streets, there's a code in the streets. Do I personally feel like Gunna snitch? Not really, but I understand why like both parties would be angry, I can't lie. But Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know. I don't know what happens from here. Again, for me, it's just very awkward. It's even like it's not awkward. Like for me, I'm not involved at all. I'm just a consumer who's gonna be still listening to Gunna. Do I feel like it affects Gunna? Not at all. He dropped One of One this year. Again, had hits like On One Tonight. One of One. There's so many, like Gunna, for me, Gunna can't miss. He's on a crazy run right now, and I know a lot of people are trying to stop the run. I've also noticed that Lil Baby, Young Thug, Lil Durk are finding it very hard to actually drop music without dissing Gunna at this current moment. Gunna's very hot, so they're trying to kill his buzz, and it's just not working. Like, again, like, I'm a big Gunna fan and I'm a big Thugger fan as well, but I've noticed that these lot are trying to kill his buzz. Weezy, like I said, I'm going back to what I was going to say before, sorry. He's lost all his main producers like Weezy and Taurus, and still, he still made this. And what's crazy, before he went to jail, he dropped DS4. And for me, he topped it with A Gift and a Curse. So this guy's unstoppable in my opinion. Bro can't be stopped. Again, I don't really know how it plays out, because for Young Thug, is he gonna continue to diss Gunna through the music? One thing that I do respect about Gunna as well, that he never shares anything online. So I know Young Thug was like, don't be acting like we're friends online. But one thing I've noticed about Gunna, he's probably one of the few rappers in the game right now that doesn't crash out when it comes to situations. You know, like, let's be honest, like, all of these rappers be crashing out on social media with ridiculous posts. Like, even Young Thug with a quick post and delete. Like, bro, I don't know why. I don't know, man. The street life to me is a bit crazy. I haven't lived that life, but I feel like people are a bit too obsessed with like the whole gang thing and things like that, because bro, you're on, I don't know how many years of probation does Thugger have. The conditions are very strict, and your main focus is Gunna. Like, nah, forget that, bro. Go on holiday, relax, put your feet up, think about what sort of next album you can make that doesn't really involve violent lyrics. Like, because Young Thug's gonna have to be really creative with his next album, and that's one thing I don't really put past Young Thug. One of the most talented artists in the game. Don't feel like I'm picking sides. I really do enjoy both artists' music, but yeah, Young Thug's main focus shouldn't really be Gunna. Again, if we're thinking about him, who's he gonna be collaborating with? The Young Thug and Lil Baby duo does not hit the same as Gunna and Young Thug. I don't care what anybody tells me. Again, Lil Baby's not hot at all, in my opinion. He's not hot at all anymore. People only really go off album sales, but album sales don't really tell the full story in terms of quality of music. All it does is show you who's selling the most, whose label is pushing the music the most, whose label is grinding the hardest. So a lot of people look too into the numbers side of things, because even Lil Baby's last project, It's Only Me, sold more than Gunna's last two. And if we're being honest, Gunna's last two wash Lil Baby's last album, It's Only Me. So don't get too fixated on the stats. It is sad. It's just sad because we've lost a good duo. Like, I couldn't care less about hearing Young Thug and Lil Baby. I'll be real. Lil Baby to me is in the past. Like, we got to move with the times. It's 2024. I'd rather hear Young Thug and Sar Baby, for example. I feel like that would be a better duo. I'd rather hear Super Slimy 2 with Young Thug and Future. I'm kind of over Lil Baby. I mean, we'll probably give him another chance with his next project to redeem himself, because I'm not a fan of writing artists off, but yeah, it was also funny as well, like, within this time of Gunna losing his producers, Weezy and Taurus, Lil Baby had access to all of Gunna's producers. I know he's going to be using Weezy on his upcoming album, but again, for bro to be losing all his producers and still drop better albums with new producers is insane to me. Everyone needs to, like, actually look at what Gunna has done within the time that he has come out of prison. He's been on a crazy run, and what's even more insane to me is that even before that run, he dropped DS4, he was going to drop the deluxe. Like, bro has been on fire ever since, and I think Gunna will play his cards right, because I've already seen he's in the studio with a Nigerian artist called Ashake. Gunna's playing a lot of smart moves at the moment. I feel like bro's really locked in, and he's, like I said, he doesn't really get involved with the beef online. I feel like he just let the music do the talking. You see him doing a lot of international collaborations, which is also good, which means I kind of feel like within the trap scene, people again become too obsessed and fixated with what's going on in the trap scene. Like, there's a bigger market in the whole music thing. People act like, oh no, because Gunna can't work with Durk, Baby, Frogger, Future, like it's over. It's not over. There's so many artists in the game, and that's why you're seeing young Gunna jump on records with like an artist like Tyler. He jumped on a track Jump with Skilly Bang and Tyler, which went off last year. He jumped on a track with a Shake called Happiness. He also worked with another Nigerian artist. So again, bro's still gonna be able to reinvent himself, stay relevant. It's not a thing where you see when Young Thug and Rich Homie Quan fell out. It's not gonna be that sort of situation. Like, bro, he can't be blackballed. The internet is alive, and I feel like there's too many people in Gunna's corner for him to, you know, lose momentum. And if anything, I feel like he's got more momentum right now than Baby and Young Thug. I mean, maybe not Young Thug because, you know, there's a lot of hype going into his next drop just because he did come out of prison. But yeah, man, for those that are like Gunna fans, I wouldn't worry at all. Like, bro's gonna be good. He showed everyone that he can cook without all of the ATL Avengers on his project. So yeah, don't be worrying about Gunna. I'd probably be more concerned about hearing that that Young Thug and Lil Baby feature. But no, overall anyways, it is sad times. Again, I'm a big fan of Young Thug, big fan of Gunna, but yeah, sad times that we're not actually going to be seeing those two collaborate in the future. This definitely will kind of change the sound of trap music as well, because I feel like Young Thug and Gunna definitely had a formula that worked. But yeah, man, times have changed. Eras always come to an end, and unfortunately this one has come to an end. But I have no doubt that all artists involved will still drop fire music moving forward. And yeah, that's about it. That's all I really have to say. I'll still be covering both artists. It's not a thing that because Young Thug's not rocking with Gunna, I'm not listening to Young Thug anymore. I listen to all music. I'm here to hear what everyone's got to say, especially moving forward as well. So yeah, man, that's about it for this video. If you guys obviously enjoyed it, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 30,000. Also leave a like on this video. It's your boy Nathan. I'm heading out. Yeah.